Welcome to the Palumbo Family Vineyards. We're here in the Temecula wine country because my wife Wendy asked around, and she's got a lot of friends who go to vineyards and understand these things, and she was looking for a real family-run place that wasn't all hoity-toity and uptown high rent, all that kind of stuff. We're trying to impress you with this or that or the other thing. So we're really looking forward to this. We haven't been to a winery for a long time, since way before the pandemic. So this will be a lot of fun, and we're really happy to be able to take you along. We're going through a flight of red wine, and the first one is a 2015 Estate Sangiovese. And so we're going to give that a try, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wines here on this flight. And this is a place that really only does wine. This is not a theme park. This is not one of those places where they have hotels and weddings and all this kind of stuff. They stay focused on the wine here, which I think is kind of cool. I always hold the wine glass like this when I'm drinking red wine, because I like it just like a degree or two warmer. We're here with one of the owners here of the Palumbo Family Vineyard. And tell us your name.
Cindy Palumbo.
Cindy, it's just great to talk to you. Thanks for doing that with us.
Of course.
Tell us about this place, because everybody tells us this is the place to go if you're really into just wine and not the whole theme park thing. This is where you come for.
We are very straightforward. We grow grapes and make wine, and that's it. No parties, no, we're purists like that.
That's wonderful. And so how long have you been here?
We've had our vineyards for 24 years.
Oh my goodness.
And the tasting room's been open for 19 years.
So it took a while to develop the wines to the point where you could have a tasting room, or?
No, we weren't going to do a tasting room. It just kind of evolved.
Okay.
When we started out, we were just going to grow grapes and sell them. Hey, come here.
There's your puppy.
I know. This is Red.
Hello, Red.
Here's my voice. Hey.
Hello, Red.
Hi. You were looking for me.
So
Hi. I know, I'm right here. Hi. I know.
So what made you decide to come and do this? This is not an easy thing to do. It's hard work. So.
Yeah, it is. It's just a series of strange events in our lives took place. My husband's from San Diego. I'm from Huntington Beach, and we just ended up here.
That's where we're from.
Oh, are you?
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Marina.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our son went to Huntington.
Okay. My sisters both went to Ocean View.
Oh, okay. We live downtown.
Okay. Yeah,
Neat.
so we just ended up, we were just going to farm the grapes and sell the fruit to other wineries. And then after about 5 years of doing that, I finally told my husband, I was like, why don't we just keep our grapes and you make wine? And he had been making wine at other places, learning to make it and taking classes up at UC Davis and going through all that. So we just kind of progressed into the tasting room. This was our garage, so we converted it. And we were open maybe 5 years, and then we built this building, and that's where all our production is now.
What would you say to somebody who wanted to start a vineyard? What would you warn them about, and what would you think is a great thing to know when going in?
I mean, I'd warn them. I'd say, if you want to make money, don't do it. It has to be a labor of love, for sure. And for us, it's more of a lifestyle. We live on site. This is how our kids are raised. We're sustainable, so we grow our own food. We have a full farm. We have chickens, pigs, everything we eat, we grow.
Wow.
So we're 100% sustainable. So it's definitely a lifestyle for us.
amazing.
That is really, really cool.
Yeah.
What
pretty fun.
differentiates your customers from just your typical wine people?
Because
the place is full, obviously. There's people up here. So
Yeah.
what kind of person comes here?
Usually people that are referred to us. It's a lot of word of mouth because right now we really are all reds. We have one white, but we're not pouring it. So we end up getting the wine drinkers that are a little more serious, that really enjoy reds. We have nothing sweet, nothing sparkling, So it kind of weeds out the buses and limos that are more doing the, partying for the day, because we're not really what they want, and they're not really what we
So
want.
a bus full of bridesmaids is not what you're looking into.
You know what? If they love red wine, then
fine.
that would be fine. But usually, it doesn't work like
Well,
that.
I've always wondered why there is such a thing as white wine in the first place. So
Yeah.
this is working for me.
Oh, good. Yeah, and our one white is much like a red. It's very dry.
Okay.
Nothing sweet. Hi, buddy.
That's the kind I like.
Yeah. So.
If you could, just one last question. If you were stuck on a desert island and you could only take one of these wines with you, one bottle, what would you take?
That's on the list right
Yeah.
now. Because we make 14 different
Oh,
wines.
what doesn't have to be on the list now.
Oh, okay.
So
Probably we have one called Tre Fratelli, which is kind of our flagship wine, and it's a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot.
Oh, wow.
And it would that one's consistently year after year is my favorite.
That's wonderful.
So, yeah.
Well, thanks so much for talking with
You're
us. We sure
welcome.
appreciate it. We love being
Absolutely.
here. It's a great spot. Oh,
Yeah,
my
it
goodness.
is. We do. We have the best views. And
Oh, you do.
I know. We get the best sunset, like right over there, right as it goes over. Yeah, we do have
Quite the change from Huntington,
quite the change. Yeah.
but a good one.
Well, all the best to you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to try the Sangiovese. I can smell the dryness. Oh, that is so pleasant. It is so smooth.
It's
I like
dry
it.
but not heavy.
It's dry, it's not heavy, and it's super smooth. Definitely good. So this is the Monastrell, and apparently we've just heard that it's very good with fish. Oh, that smells completely different from the other one.
Hey there. Hi, Cindy. Hi, how are
Another super smooth one. Oh, you're gonna like this. Here.
Very different from the one before.
I thought so too.
In some ways, it doesn't really even taste like a typical red wine at all. It's a very unique taste.
Yeah.
I took a little bit too big a sip. And it kind of overwhelmed me.
The placement of this vineyard is absolutely fabulous. It's so peaceful out here. Family has lived here for at least a couple of decades. They've raised their children here. And look at this surrounding. It is so beautiful. And it's also off the beaten path, which is kind of nice. I think that's one of the reasons it stays so peaceful. The wines so far have been an absolute delight. And the owners actually took the time to talk to us, which we really appreciate, because we know that they're really busy. But they made the time for us anyway. And that is something we always appreciate.
The 2015 GSM is a blend of Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. And Mourvèdre is the same grape as Monastrell. It's just two different languages. Look at the same thing, kind of like Shiraz and Syrah, same thing, just different words. So this one is a blend, and it's spicy, fruity. The Mourvèdre has a gaminess, and the Syrah, of course, has a bold, lush texture. I've always liked Syrah. Once again, much like the Sangiovese, it's got a real light dryness to it, with all those other blend things kind of poking up, but not really overwhelming the thing. It's really nice.
Interesting. Very different from the other two. Very pleasant. Once again, super smooth.
It's fun when you kind of take your time with wine like this.
Definitely.
And when you try different ones with just a little bit of each.
I'm glad it's just a small amount because I'm going to be driving up the mountain in a few minutes, so I'm going to leave the rest for Dave. Earlier, we interviewed the owner, Nick, and his wife Cindy, and unfortunately I botched the filming of Nick. But one thing he did share with us was you need to know, if you're thinking of getting into owning a vineyard, how much work is involved. He says people completely underestimate that. There's so much work to this. And the fact that we're sitting here enjoying this beautiful tasting room and this delicious wine and this lovely setting, and all these vines are growing beautifully, it's the result of all their hard work. Our next wine will be the 2015 Cabernet Sauvignon.
Now this one is a lot less dry than the other ones. It's not sweet, but it's less dry, and it really kind of just pops with really nice light flavor, almost hints of sweet. And this is the 2016 Tannat. And Tannat, T-A-N-N-A-T, is a palindrome, which is really kind of fun. And it's bright raspberry, dark fruit with wild rose hips on the nose. Cedar and spice round out with soft matured tannins. And we are not hoity-toity wine people at all, so we don't really understand a lot of this stuff. But it's fun to be on the learning curve. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah?
It's a bright raspberry. It's very bright.
I like that. That's delicious. I thought it would go well with fish too, I think.
That would go well with everything from In-N-Out burgers to hoity-toity haute couture food.
Haute cuisine.
Haute cuisine, haute something.
Haute something. Life is great sometimes, especially here in California. So if you're looking for a really nice vineyard to come to try some delicious wines, come to Palumbo.